Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Nicole with Made from Scrap, and I wanted to just wish you all a very happy new year. I hope you enjoyed the crop that was over through Country Craft Creations. You can reach it if you didn't. It's a free crop through Scrapbookers of Country Craft Creations Facebook group, and then you can go ahead and search in that group for the New Year's crop. And that will take you to another link. And now there are 5 years worth of recorded tutorial videos for you all to take advantage of, and they stay recorded on that page so you can go ahead and look at them any time of year. So I wanted to go ahead and do a quick tour, might not be so quick, we'll see, of my new craft room. I did move my craft room into a bigger room of my house, and I am loving it. I still have a lot of things to figure out still, which is probably the case for everyone. But since my room is somewhat clean right now, I figured I would go ahead and do this. I did spend the better part of New Year's Eve actually cleaning my craft room, but it was fun going through and finding some old stuff and getting some other stuff ready to gift. So I'm gonna go ahead and take you out of this holder. All right, so here is the beginning. As you walk through the door, I'll try not to make you dizzy. I have a desk in the middle of my room that is a standing desk, or it can be lowered, and I can pull a chair up to it if I get tired. So that tabletop is one that my husband made for me out of pallet wood, and then these legs are from IKEA. I do have a lot of stuff from IKEA here that I moved over from my other room, and then I also went ahead and took advantage when my son moved out. So here's another 4x4 quad. I got these drawers right here from Scrap and Storage. I think that's what it's called. And then I was gifted these boxes of stamps, which I still have to go through. They're old wooden stamps and organize that. But this is the area that I reach for quite a bit. I can get to it from the front or back. I usually get to it from the back underneath my table. I'm just reaching over there. I do have my Big Shot next to me. I have some other cutters. I love this one though. And then I have a little jug for water to put my stencils in. And right here at the table, you can see I have my computers there, a little workstation. I usually keep my distress ink right there, some little odds and ends as I'm working to place little things right underneath there. I can grab easily and try not to lose them. I have my working station here, and then I have my cutter. I use this guillotine cutter, Walmart, I think $13. I was just gifted this new arm for Christmas. That was my Christmas present, and it has that light, a ring light above it, so I can put my camera on there. The camera is sometimes funky. I don't really enjoy that so much, but then I have this additional arm, and this is the one that I have used to use, and that's where I can put my phone right there and watch things and talk to my friends and that kind of thing. I have this other light, this OT light that I've had for a very long time, so I'm just repurposing it in this room, in this space, and getting some extra light. I think you can never actually have enough light for some reason. This is one of those IKEA cog carts that I like to roll around and have right next to me. I have some little bits of paper, cardstock down there of different colors that I can reach for when I'm doing matting. My tape, double-sided tapes and such. Then I have some of my tools hanging from this cart that I like to grab easily anyway. So pens and stuff, little dabbers, gel pens. All my scissors are in this little bucket here. And then I think it's like a planter's pot. But then I have all of my memory keepers items, the corner punches. I have a little trash can right next to me. And then underneath, I do still use my my little pink double-sided tape. Of course, the dog got in it last night, so I need to redo that. But some little odds and ends for tools here that when I'm doing beading, I reach for. And then, of course, wipes you have to have nearby. I have some extra cords and stuff in there for my computer and thing. And then I have another extra little mat here and a cleaning thing from Maker Forte. These are my little My Colors cardstock scraps that are all wonderfully listed with the color names on them for me. And let's see, that is the other side of my table. So I've walked through that door and right here, and that's as far as I got. It's already 4 minutes, oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and go through this, I think, and then I'm gonna show you what I have going on in all of the cabinetry. I think that's what I'm gonna do now. So let me try not to get you dizzy. Okay, so I have my apron hanging right there. I have a little bit of a Disney area here. I haven't put any shelving up on top yet, which is what I really want to do. But then I have all my like beads and buttons in here so that I can get to it pretty easily. My little sprinklets are in here as well. And then on occasion I have a 5K thing, so it's just kind of random. I went ahead and put all of my paper pads in alphabetical order by the maker. So here you can see, other than my Country Craft Creations, but this is all authentique. And then I have some old school Bo Bunny and then Cardabella, etc., 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 all the way. But I thought I've redone this multiple times over the years, and this is the best way that I know to take advantage of it. So then I have this large shelf from IKEA. Right now I've pulled out some of my Christmas things and put on the shelves here. Some of them were gifts that were made for me, like this, and others were ones that I've made throughout the years, but I just love seeing all of these things, which is why we do crafting. Here's some old books that I use for junk journaling. I have those all stashed right there. And then my collection of paper hoarding continues along here. I have the stuff for the grandkids mostly down here. Just newer stuff as I pick it up from like Dollar Tree and that kind of thing. And then they have paper that's elsewhere, but that's their like markers and crayons and so on and so forth. These is all stuff that is in here for shaker bits. And then I have some extra glue that's down there that I love. That is the art glitter glue. Okay, let me go ahead and open up here. This might get a little bit close, but hi there. All right, let me open this up. Okay. We'll start with the top. I have extra stuff up here that apparently I'm hoarding. Then I have my bins right here that have lace and then flowers. And I have basically cooler colors, warmer colors in those bins. I have my stamps that I have from Stampin' Up in these bins. I have some ribbons, miscellaneous. These are like pom-pom trims. And then I have all my rickrack and seam binding in this one right here. Extra stuff I need to put away. And this was last year's wonderful calendar that I put here because I want to use it in a junk journal. I started putting my ribbons in here, just separating them a little bit by color. This is some of the paper bits that I made into paper ribbon for junk journaling and other things like that. Toppers for gifting. that is super fun, digging through those. Here is ribbons I need to put away from the holidays, and then this is where I'm keeping all my ephemera and my doodle pop collection, basically. But I do use them, but on occasion. I just started basically hoarding these things. So here's all the extra ephemera pieces and cut aparts from the collections that I had left over after doing projects that I'm just planning on using with additional junk journaling. And then I have my 6x8 and 6x6 paper collections down here, some extra cardstock, and then some specialty papers, odds and ends that were smaller. And then here is my hoarding collection of Graphic 45, basically, which I'm making a point this year to start actually diving into and using it. So that is that first cabinet. Let me go ahead and open this one up, which I am in love with the lighting that comes on as you open it up. So here's some extra stuff that I had that I brought back from my crafting fair. Some wood pieces that I just picked up from Target to play around with. And then I have some of my cutters, so my Cricut, my photo printers, the little sprocket thing, that kind of thing is back here. I have my Brother Scan and Cut, obviously the Gemini, and then the laminator that I'm gonna use later today on my newest project. I have my Tim Holtz Ideology collection, and then tags for distressing that are in here is my hoarding collection. But basically this is all Christmas stuff. This is Halloween right here, and then this is basically every day. So by the time I got everything together out of other drawers, I was like, oh my gosh, I have a lot of goodies to use. So here are some journaling bits that I just picked up for some planners, some things that I plan on making with these, I don't know what you call them, circle tabs or something right here. Oops. And then I don't even know what I have in here. Oh, okay. Yeah, that is the little molds for the paper molding. And then here is some rice papers and then fabrics. So I'm going to close that up. I have some extra storage down there, which I'm hoarding those tins basically. I'm thinking I'm going to spray paint them, the outside of them, and use some chalkboards and then some extra frames. So that's that cabinet. Okay. I have my project roller cart that's right there, which I love using during the virtual retreats. I have here my little other roller cart that has the Cricut stuff on it, which I want to make a point this year to actually start using that quite a bit more. I have an extra bin with old photos that I need to work on, and the dogs use it. I usually have it right in front of the window because they like to be on top of it and look out the window. Okay, so let's start looking at the cabinetry. So my husband put together this awesome cabinets he got off of Marketplace. There were a lot of cabinets that people were pulling out of their kitchen, wooden cabinets, and for the most part we reused them, but then he made a couple of drawers for me. So the one thing I haven't done yet is, after getting this countertop, I wanted to figure out how I want things, and then I'll have him cut a hole in it so that the cords aren't coming across it like this. But right now I'm having all of my like mixed media type of paste and stuff down here, and then I have some wooden blocks that are down there, which I want to put up as soon as I get some stuff on the walls. And then I have some minor sewing things here. I haven't really done anything with my sewing stuff in quite some time, so I need to work on that. Bunch of candy stash down there because everybody needs that. And then I love this space. I roll this chair back and forth whether or not I want to sit down at my crafting desk or over here at the sewing machine. I haven't used this for fabric in quite some time, mostly paper, but I do have odds and ends fabric pieces that I'm using. These are just some fun little fairy things that I picked up from Dollar Tree. And I don't know, it just makes me happy. This is some of my mixed media stuff and some of my 12 by 12, most recent 12 by 12 layouts that I've been working on go in there. That's my little light box, so you can see how I take pictures. I have my distress paints in here, and then my hoarding collection of inks are right here. You can see I don't have anything on the wall yet, and so it's cluttering my desk. So this is the next big thing for me to do, are putting the pieces that I have in my old craft room still onto this wall so I can get this desk cleaned up and space available, right, for layouts and stuff, which is what I want to do. So I have moved all of my punches, my Stampin' Up! Punches anyway in here. The whale tail ones, I haven't quite figured out yet what to do. That box right there is a box of scraps that I'm gonna figure out what to do with or get rid of. But I like digging in my scraps. And then I have just some photocopy paper. I like to play around when I'm doing inking. You can see I have quite a few drawers that are just empty, but not these big ones. These big ones are where I am housing all of my stamp collection, other than Stampin' Up, and my odds and end dies that are here. So I do have some more, I think, better way now of organizing those stamps and dies that I need to work on. This spot right here is for my obviously heartfelt creations and my steel wool dies. Okay, then moving over a little bit here, I have some extras. So like this is what I'm going to use for mixed media. And then I have my little clear stamp pads or stamp blocks. Then I have my little notepads that I'm using to make notes when I'm doing my tutorials, my heat embossing gun, and then glue gun, which I have out right now. Let's see, in these drawers right here, I have my Stampers Anonymous hoarding collection, my dies from Stampin' Up, and then embossing folders and dies from Sizzix. So I love this drawer, that's why it's so close to me. And then here is basically my mixed media drawer. So I love playing with these two drawers. Prismacolor markers. I have my embossing glazes that I just played around with for yesterday's crop. And then all of the inks, sprays, that kind of thing. This is the garbage. And then here is all of my like plastic wraps and stuff for putting stuff together. I have a brand new printer scanner, and this is the refillable one, which I am loving. I have this little old mixed media mat underneath it because I was just a little afraid of it with my brand new countertop. Everything's so new still. And then I have this wood piece that I put little feet on that I got from IKEA. And I used to have on top of my working surface, my desk in my old room. But I got to figure out what to do with that because I do want the countertop to be cleared off. But I like it because it allows me to utilize space underneath it. So I have some odds and ends that I got ready so I can do some of my crafting for Valentine's Day. I have a paper collection that I want to start playing around with again. That is the wedding collection. And then guess what? I already have some stuff for St. Patty's Day out. Here's some of my wood blocks that I got out, so I want to be reaching for those in the next month. And then, let's see, I have chipboard pieces. That's my little candy bag. This is a cutting board that's glass though, so I like to use it for mixed media, my stamping pad, and obviously extra. This is my little take-along bag that I take with me to retreats, but I have little odds and ends in it that are like pop dots or Velcro stickers and that kind of thing. The little, what are these things called? The foam little things for shaker bits. And then this is my Totally Tiffany bag, which I just love also because I stick some odds and ends in here that I'm always reaching for. Chapstick, little tiny attacher. This, people are just so generous in the crafting community. You see this little pin? I love it. I digress. I have my Nouveaux over here. The paste that I'm using most often, and then I'm playing around with these little perfect pearls. Wait, no, not perfect pearls. Duh. What's the dang name of it? Prills, mini prills. But this is the red one, obviously, for Valentine's Day that I've kept out. I have my spacers right here that are really easy to grab, and Tim Holtz ruler. Then all my pens and my little, what do you call this? The tear tape stuff. And I think that's it. That's it here. Okay, I have, oh, hi puppies. I have my puppies that are always in the room with me. Their little bed, that's there. I have some photos that I need to work with right there, some newer photos. And then I have this. So this is basically my cardstock right here, my Hoarding Collections Artisan cardstock. And then my specialty papers down here, watercolor, stuff like that. And then this is all Country Craft Creations. So I'm working with some of this stuff when it's even off season. I have some Project Life cards that I am going to try to use some of this year. And then, let's see. Okay, last wall. This is going to be such a long video. Storage. So obviously storage, Valentine's Day, I got to get that down. Fall, we just finished with that. Everyday stuff. And then lots of pictures that are older that I need to finish going through, and then odds and ends from cleaning. I just picked this up. Get your stuff on clearance. That's 70% off. So I'm going to use that next year for decorating out on my porches for the columns. So, okay. What do we have in here? Junk. Actually tape and some pens, odds and ends, some writing pads, some extra little tags that I've made, and then I kind of need to go through these drawers a bit more. I started to, but I haven't really finished. Envelopes, you know, sticky back stuff, an old map that I want to take advantage of. This is basically my area for stickers that I've hoarded over the last few years, that kind of thing. I don't want to make you guys dizzy, but these are wood pieces. It's in anything wood related. It's in there. And I have basically score tape and embossing things, obviously glue things kids can get into as well. And then I have streamers, party stuff, ropes, basically things for putting inside of packaging. Great, one thing already fell. I'll come across to here. Oops, watch out. Things for wreaths right here. I have some extra little fishing boxes Do you save your packaging? Do you reuse it? I've been doing this, and I think either I need to figure out to make a shaker with it or just get rid of it. I have odds and ends little wood pieces that I've picked up over the years, and I really want to make something with these for my grandkids, but they can just, you know, come in here and pull stuff if they want. Here are some bags for stuff, and then I started putting together like Halloween, separating it out by season so that I can get to it easy enough. Yeah, you can see little metal bits and bobs, little glass bottles, extra doilies, those kind of things. These inserts, the green ones that I have are from IKEA from years ago. Straws. Like, do I really need that many straws? Probably not. But do I have that many? Yes. Do I know why? No. These are basically things that I've picked up through the years. I need to either use them or get rid of them. But these are all my little sparkles or little flatback gems, that kind of thing. That's in here. And then more stickers. I really need to go through all these. Okay, what's in here? More Project Life stuff that I need to use. Extra pads, wooden elements that I want to play around with, but probably won't until fall. And then, remember, I just moved in here, so I need to figure out how I want to go ahead and organize all my things from the retreats that I got from everyone, but I have kept them. And then basically bags and what are those, like manila folders and envelopes. Some of my stuff that I need to go through, but I usually put out on my shelves just depending on the season. And then here is more drawers of basically storage. So pencils, I like to make pencil pouches for my grandkids for their classrooms. Yeah, chapsticks. I mean, you kind of can see a little close here. All right, sponges, little lights. Okay, what else? Here, Christmas, all Christmas. I got more Christmas. And then I have underneath here, fall. Then I have old cards that I plan to use with my junk journaling. I like to put old cards in them. And then these are paints. So that is it. I hope you have enjoyed. This has been a very long video, but this is my space. I really, really love it. You can see the pups are there. That's it. That's it. Oh, by the way, another thing I love, I can get to my attic. Yep. Okay, everybody. Well, I hope you've enjoyed. Happy crafting, you all. Bye.